Again, never really seen this before. Big ass bolt. And again, you know, you could say, oh, you probably broke the bolt when you installed it. Highly unlikely. I don't use an impact gun. I tighten them by hand. I usually use a fairly short ratchet. I don't like using large ratchets. Everything I work with is 3/8, and most of the stuff I work with is actually 1/4 inch. Obviously, big, healthy, meaty bolt here. You know, I know everybody says, oh, it's a 14 millimeter bolt. It's really not a 14 millimeter bolt. Bolt size is dependent on the diameter of the bolt. This bolt is a solid 10 millimeter. Actually, if you went and bought this bolt, it'd be 10 by 125 by, 40 or something like that. But this sits in here with this bolt, brand new, factory piece. You could always tell it's a factory because this part of the tensioner is filled in. On the aftermarket ones, this is actually hollowed. And now you see that this bolt, which is a solid bolt, brand new, everything new. This piece wasn't new. This was the piece we used off his old engine, which, we commonly use. But look at that bolt. It just fucking broke right there. I mean, there's a little torsional load. Most bolts, sorry, a little tight today. Most bolts break two ways, silic fracture and torsional fracture. So let me just explain the two. A torsional fracture is like when you take a Tootsie Roll, like a regular Tootsie Roll, like the kind that you eat, and you twist and you pull it apart, and it kind of makes a point at the end, and that's a torsional. That's just gonna, that's something you do to your drive shaft. If you over torque a bolt, that is something happened. The other type, and again, there's other types, but these are the two most prominent, is a silic fracture, and that means just something just kind of went boom, and it just broke. And we have on this bolt about 99% of this bolt, 98% of this bolt is actually a clean silic fracture. And that's so weird because, quality factory bolts are really high quality bolts. They're decent bolts. And just at the very end when it cracked, it just twisted off. So why did this happen? I don't have a clue. There is no reason for this to happen. I haven't seen it happen. I've actually kind of called around a little bit. No one's ever actually had it happen before. I don't know. This is the world of performance. This is the world of, modded cars. I mean, is there a possibility that he money shifted the car and all of this went bad at that moment? It's possible. It's definitely possible.